Hi, this is Wendy. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making the Ruffle Scarf. This is a simple design. It uses only one ball of number 2 weight yarn. I'm going to be using Red Heart's It's a Wrap Rainbow. It's an acrylic cotton blend and it has 623 yards per skein, or cake rather. And it's a great blend of colors and will feel really nice in a scarf. You can find this pattern for sale on my channels on Etsy and Ravelry and Ribbler, or you can just follow along with the video. To begin, make your starting loop and chain 251, making sure they're not too tight. I'm using a 3.25 millimeter hook. You might want to go up to, say, a 4 millimeter hook for your chain if you tend to chain tightly. So I'll come back when I have 251 chains. So I've got 251. One tip when you're doing a lot of chains is to put a stitch marker every 50 chains or so. So when you lose count, you don't have to go all the way back to the beginning. And I should mention too that you can use other weights of yarn for this pattern. It will work out just the same. Just to adjust your hook size to fit whatever weight of yarn you're using. You may end up with a slightly larger or longer scarf, but the pattern will work. So feel free to use whatever yarn you would like to use, but it should be one that drapes or folds well, not one that's very stiff. For row 2, simply go into the second chain from the hook, so not the one right beside it, but the second one, and single crochet in each chain across. Just go in the top part of the V. There's no need to go into the back loop or anything on this one. Later on, we're going to be working down the other side of the same chain. So one single crochet in each chain to the end for a total of 250 single crochets. 250 single crochets is a lot, but I finally got there. So I'm ready to go on to row 2. So if you're following along on the pattern, look for where it says row 2. It says to turn and chain 4. That chain 4 takes the place of a treble crochet. From here on out, we're going to be working treble crochets. And to make those, you wrap or yarn over twice. Go into the next stitch. Now we're not going to go into the one at the base of the chain because that's already taken up by the chain. So into the second single crochet, draw up a loop. You'll now have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2 more, and yarn over and draw through the last 2. So there's 3 pull-throughs. That's what makes it a treble crochet. Wrap it twice, go through the work, yarn over, go through 2, 2, and 2, and a third time, another treble crochet. So you have 4 of them all together, including the first one. Then in the next stitch, work a treble, a chain 1, a treble, and a chain 1. Like so. Then treble in the next 4 stitches. and repeat that same sequence to the end. In the next stitch, treble chain one, all in the same stitch, and then treble in the next 4. So complete that same sequence over and over until the end of the scarf. At the end of row 2, after your last 4 trebles, you'll find yourself with one more single crochet at the end. You're going to treble in that last stitch as well. Row 3, you'll turn and chain 4 and treble in the first 3 stitches after that. So you'll have 4 trebles on top of your first 4 trebles. Then we get to the spot where we had some chain 1 gaps. So in the next 4 stitches, so this treble, this chain 1 gap, this treble, and this chain 1 gap, you are going to work a treble and a chain 1 in each of those 4. So in the chain 1 space, just go right around the chain, treble, chain 1, in the third one, which is a treble, do a treble and a chain 1. Same thing in the next chain 1 space. And then work a treble in the next 4 trebles. Then you'll repeat that sequence again, treble chain 1 in the next 4 and treble in the following 4 until you get to the end of the row. In this case, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 chain 1 spaces on top of the chain 1 spaces below. So you're increasing to get the ruffles. At the end of row 3, you'll have 1 more treble to do in the last stitch, just like before. And as in row 3, row 4 starts with a chain 4 and 3 trebles. Then we start the increases again. You'll do a treble and a chain 1 in the next 8 stitches. So that's 4 trebles and 4 chain 1 spaces, followed by 4 trebles, and then repeat again. Okay, so that's the repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chain 1 spaces, and then 4 trebles, and repeat 8 treble chain 1s and 4 more trebles to the end with 1 extra treble at the end. All right, so row 4 is done. You can see the ruffles starting to develop now. For row 5, it's very similar. Turn and chain 4, treble in 3, so that there are 4 trebles stacked on top of the first 4 trebles. And then you start your treble chain 1 This time, because there are 8 chain 1 spaces, you'll have a total of 16. So in the next 16 stitches, work a treble crochet and a chain 1. Follow that up with 4 more trebles in the next 4, and then repeat until the end of the row, where once again there will be 1 more treble in the last stitch. And then you can bind off this side. I hope you're enjoying this project. At the end of the 5th row, just pull your last loop through and cut to wind off your thread. And there's 1/2 of the scarf all done. Nice and ruffly. If I wanted to mirror the color, what I would do is get another ball of the same yarn and start from the center and work from the center out again. But I'm just going to continue with the same ball and keep going to the green here. So on the other side, so opposite where I finished, I've joined the yarn back on. I'm going to pull a loop through, chain 1, and single crochet in that same spot. And then single crochet opposite each of my row 1 single crochets. So I will have 250 single crochets on the other side of the foundation chain. And then just repeat those same rows again, rows 2 through 5 again, on the other side of the scarf. Then it will ruffle nicely down both edges and work off your threads, and then you'll be finished. And here's the scarf all finished. I've laid it out flat on this side, but when you wear it, it tends to wrap around itself and really bring out the ruffles. It would make a great gift for someone or make it for yourself. I hope you've enjoyed this project. Please drop me a comment and let me know what you think. And if you'd like to see more original crochet designs, please hit the subscribe button. See you soon. Have a super day.